Don't you do it. Yeah, stay in your lane, pimping. Yo, 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 what's good? Freedom March, Freedom Family, freedom lovers, and freedom fighters. It's your boy Snapzilla Gorilla, aka The Definition, aka Tyrant's Bane, and all the rest of that. So, I wanted just to get on here and talk about fitness for a little bit. Just for a little bit, right? Just for a few minutes until I get to the store with my little kiddos in the back. You know what I'm saying? We're about to go have we're going on a little trip to the store. Anyway, so I want to talk about fitness real quick, you guys, and how important it is to be fit. And I wanted to talk about specifically how to extend your limitations, right? How to extend your limitations, how to push through plateaus and barriers to get to the other side and become better than you were before. It's about progressive overload, right? Progressive overload. Progressive, not destructive, not counterproductive. Progressive overload. It is important that to get better in your fitness, whether you're weight training, whether you're training in martial arts or something like that, whatever the case may be. All right, this motherfucker don't want to let me over. Okay. Fucking ass hat. It's important that you go through a progressive overload. It's important that you push through your limitations to get better. If you don't do that, then you will stay stagnant. You will not get better. You have to put your body through a level of stress that you might feel is painful, is tiring. You know, you might be sore, you might be out of breath, but if you aren't dead at the end of it, if you don't end up in the hospital at the end of it and you go to bed, you get you some good sleep, get you about 8-9 hours of sleep, right? And you wake up feeling refreshed, you're recovered, and you know, you eat the right nutrition, you take in the right nutrition, you will be better than before. You will be better than before. Today, I did a little routine. I did 26 rounds on the heavy bag. And then I went to the park and I did a bunch of jump roping with some calisthenics and, you know,
about 3 miles
not sprints, but I did some drills, some 40-yard drills, and I did different routines, you know, for 40 yards, just to put my body through a little stress. And it was hot. It was like 90 degrees, you know what I'm saying? And 90 degrees, humid as hell. It's about 99, 98% humidity. And I went out there and I had a plan. And I had a plan to do a certain amount of rounds or a certain amount of sets. And I was only able to do half
2 miles, exit 104
of what I wanted to do. So I did half the routine I wanted to do before I felt like I was about to pass out. And had I not been on an empty stomach, right? Had I not been doing fasted cardio, I would have thrown up. Well, technically it wasn't fasted cardio. It was more like I definitely was not working out on the full stomach. So before I went to the park to do those drills, after my initial 26 rounds, 26 3-minute rounds, I had a protein bar just to, you know, put something in my belly, give myself some energy for the next phase of my workout. And, you know, if I were on a full stomach, if I had a belly full of food, I definitely would have thrown up. I pushed myself that hard. And, you know, I was a little out of it for a couple hours. You know what I'm saying? Your body's kind of like, man, you're doing too much. You want to lay down. You want to take a nap. But I didn't do that. You know, I took a shower. I ate some food. And I did a little work.
Exit
Now I'm feeling better.
104 is on the right, and then right.
I don't do this every day, right? I don't put myself through that level of stress. I don't put my body through that level of stress every day of the week. No, I do it about 2 or 3 days a week when I'm home, when I'm home in South Carolina and not working in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I want to push my body through the limits.
Next right.
Through the limits so that I can be better. So I can be better with my fitness level. So I can have a much better fitness level. And that goes, again, like I said, with anything in fitness, anything that you want to get better at, you have to put yourself through more than you did before. And that's what I did, man. I did that.
Your destination
and
is ahead on the left.
Every time I do that, I get better. My fitness, my cardiovascular fitness gets better. My resting heart rate gets better. My HRV gets better. My VO2 max gets better. My fitness age gets better. And that's what I'm looking to do. That's what I'm looking to do. And like I said, this works for any level of fitness, whether you want to train in bodybuilding, you know, martial arts, boxing, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu. You have to do more. In order to do something you've never done, you have to do something. In order to achieve something you've never achieved before, you have to do something you've never done.
You have arrived at your destination.
Every day,
guidance is now finished.
Do more than you did the day before or the week before. And my kids are back there laughing at me because they think I'm corny. Well, they might be laughing at me. I'm not sure. What y'all laughing at? Huh? Staring at each other awkwardly? Oh, okay. I know we're here. Where we at? So I can we here so I can turn the live off, huh? Yeah. Oh, that's cute. and you know, what motivates you, man? You know, these things back here, these two freaking frack back there. This is why I do it. I do it for them, right? Of course I do it for myself, but I want to be a warrior for my children, right? I want to be their ultimate protector. I want to be their hero. So this is why I do what I do. This is why I push my body to the limits. That's why I do it. This is why I'm out here getting this cracking. And of course, I want to help other people do the same thing. Now, here's an interesting thing about my fitness journey. I'm 44 years old, and I forgot exactly what the max heart rate is for someone in my age bracket, but I think it's like max is 170 something, 160 something. I think it's one in the 170s or 160s. But so I noticed that the max when I do certain exercises, right? Like especially when I do my heavy bag drills and my Muay Thai drills and boxing drills, I go hard in the paint, right? I like to go hard against that heavy bag. That's my cardio, right? Most of my cardio comes from heavy bag drills. You know, that's where most of my, and I do wind sprints as well, but I don't do long distance jogging. I hate that. I hate running long distance. By hearing about what's good. Listen to why you do clothes. That's what's up. You 49 years old, 2 sons. I have to get in shape. Yes, everyone has to get in shape. There's no excuse. There's no reason not to, right? There are people who are paraplegic that exercise. Now, if you're quadriplegic, that's a different story. But like I was saying, I was talking about my max heart rate. My max heart rate at age 44, I believe, is in the 160s or 170, something like that. And so there's different zones of cardio when you do cardio. Based on your heart rate. So there's zone 1 through 5. Zone 1 is more like a warm up. That's really not. You're warming up. You're basically, your heart rate is in the 50s or 60 percentile. And then zone 2 is like, I forgot what percentage that was, but zone 2 and 3 is basically you being able to hold a conversation while you're doing it. If you're doing cardiovascular exercise and you're able to hold a conversation, that's like zone 2 or 3. And it's based on your heart rate. So if my heart rate is in the 160s or 170s, I should not be able to hold a conversation. I should be breathing heavily. I should be huffing and puffing when I get done. Like if I go in an all-out sprint and my heart rate is in the 160s and 170s, that should be zone 5 for me at my age. Zone 5, I should not be able to hold a conversation. I should be huffing and puffing. When I get done doing that interval, I should have to rest. For like a few minutes before I can get going again. And the other day, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, I was going hard with my cardio, and my heart rate got to like 189, in the 180s. It was like low to mid 180s. And that was like for 2 minutes of a 3-minute round, right? But I was doing Muay Thai kicks and elbows and knees and flying attacks, basically. And I was just moving. But I didn't feel like my heart rate was in the 180s. Of course, I had my Whoop on, right? That was tracking my heart rate. And I was like, nah, ain't no way I'm in the 180s. So I actually checked my own pulse against time, and it was indeed in the 180s. And I was like, well, I should be falling out on the fucking floor, right? I should be falling out. I should be hands on my knees, huffing and puffing. I should be wanting to rest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, because my heart rate was in that zone, in zone 5, not necessarily 180 the whole time, but like 170 and 180s for over 2 minutes. And when I got done with the round, I skipped past. So I was doing Jeff Chan's from MMA Shredded. I was doing one of his follow along workouts from one of his heavy bag things. Great. I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all trying to get fit, I would suggest check out one of Jeff Chan from MMA Shredded, one of his fitness programs. That shit goes hard. But anyway, he had a 1-minute rest. I got done with the round. My heart rate's in the 180s. And I checked to make sure. I'm like, ain't no fucking way. Because I like to do that to make sure that this thing is accurate. And when the round was done, I wanted to keep going. I didn't want to rest. So I basically skipped 45 seconds of that rest period to do the next round. And I kept going. So during that time, I basically had a 15-second rest. My heart rate dropped way down to like 120, 110 in 15 minutes. And that's also a good indication of your cardiovascular fitness. How quickly your heart rate can drop after you exert yourself and reach that level of heart rate, that high level of heart rate. So, I mean, that was basically zone 5 cardio, or it should have been, but I was able to still hold a conversation, and I did talk out loud just to make sure, because I didn't have anybody here to have a conversation with, but I was talking, and saying things out loud just to test it, to see if, is this a struggle for me? And it was not a struggle, right? I'm like, man, I should not be able to hold a conversation. I'm supposed to be in zone 5 cardio right now, but I'm in zone 5. Technically, I'm in zone 5 cardio for my age, but I don't feel like I'm in zone 5. I felt like I'm in zone 2. So it's like 180 beats per minute is my zone 2. What the hell is my zone 5? I don't think I ever want to get there. I don't think it's necessary. I don't know how hard I would have to push myself and how long it would take for me to get to zone 5. Because the more cardiovascularly fit you are, the longer it'll take for you to get to your zone 5 of cardio. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to test it. I want to go out to a real track field, right? And do some 100-meter sprints. Just all out. Back and forth. Whatever I got to do. Or going around. I want to go balls to the wall 100-meter sprints. Right? Just all out until I feel like I can't do it anymore, and see where my heart rate gets. But I was also telling my wife that I would also like to go to the cardio doc, right? Cardiologist.
Baba, can we go in?
Okay, can you give me a minute, please and thank you. No, we're gonna stay out. We're gonna stay out in the parking lot all day. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. So I was like, I want to go to a cardiologist, get strapped up, have them do the stress test, all the stress test stuff, and just because with the stress test they put all the leads on you, and they have you walk on a treadmill at different speeds to see how your heart reacts to it. I want to go to the doctor and just go all out, like just go ham on the treadmill as fast as I can for as long as I can to see what my heart's doing. I just want to see it. But it's not like I was trying to push the limits of my cardiovascular health, but that's what I ended up doing. And now that I'm conscious of it, I understand that this journey that I've been on to get as fit as possible for the last 3-4 years, I've never been this fit in my entire life, even when I was in the military. Well, let me take that back. Maybe since I was in the military, I haven't been this fit. But see, when I was in the military, I was very fit, but I was smoking Black & Milds and cigarettes. I was drinking a lot. I drank a lot of alcohol, smoked a lot of cigarettes, smoked a lot of Black & Milds when I was in the Army. And now that I don't do that stuff, I don't smoke, I don't drink, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would say now at 44, I'm more fit than I was when I was in my 20s. So, I just wanted to say that it's important to push through your limits to extend them. If you want to extend the limits of your physical capabilities or any capability that you have, fitness, mental fitness, physical fitness, you have to push through the limits you have progressively and in an intelligent manner. So I just wanted to come and encourage you guys to do that, because you're going to need to do it. It's getting real in the field. You understand what I'm talking about? We have been invaded by 10 million people from all over the world in the last 3 years. 10 million people. Think about that. 10 million people have come across into this country, right? From God knows where, that have not been vetted, that have not been investigated. We already know that they're out here committing all kinds of crimes and victimizing all kinds of people, you know. But we have Iranians, Chinese motherfuckers. We got people going to Quantico, right, trying to infiltrate. We have to be on point. We have to be ready. We had to be ready and capable warriors in the event of a false flag. Yes, in the event of a false flag. I don't drink alcohol, but I do still smoke. I understand, but you gotta knock the smoking off. You gotta knock it off. You gotta quit. See, I quit cold turkey. When I quit smoking, when I was 27. Yeah, I smoked from age 16 to 27, and when I decided to quit smoking, I just quit cold turkey. Knock off the smoking, all right? Even the marijuana. Knock off because you don't want your mind to be in an altered state, right? It's not just about physical health. It's not just about the health of your lungs and your liver and your kidneys and other vital organs. It's also about keeping your mind sharp. Keeping your mind sharp, keeping your arteries, you know, elastic, you know what I'm saying? Because cigarette smoking causes rigidity to your blood vessels. So there are a number of things that eliminating that stuff from your lifestyle will greatly improve. But anyway, that's all I wanted to come and say. I just want to give y'all encouragement to get out there and get fit, stay fit, and stay on point. Anyway, much love. Like, share, subscribe. And we're going to keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.